Now, let me write some simple results. First one, if P comma P2 are P1 comma P2 are the probabilities of happening of probabilities of happening of two independent events. Two independent events. P1 comma P2 are the probabilities of happening of two independent events. Then the probability of happening first, the probability of happening the first and not happening the second and not happening the second. Not happening the second. Happening first is P1 and means multiplication. Okay, whenever unsounds, multiplication. Not happening second is 1 minus P2. Happening first, not happening second. P1 into 1 minus P2. Next, the probability of not happening both. The probability of not happening both. Not happening both. The probability of not happening both. Not happening both. What is it? Not happening both is 1 minus P1 into 1 minus P2. Next, the probability of happening at least one of the events. The probability of happening at least, switch on them. The probability of happening at least one of the events. That means happening P1, first one, not happening second, or not happening first, happening second, or happening both, at least one of the events. How you will get? 1 minus P1 into 1 minus P2. 1 minus of 1 minus P1 into 1 minus P2. Okay. 1 minus not happening both gives you the probability of happening at least one of the events. At least one of the events. Clear? Next. If P1, P2, so on, Pn are probabilities of happening. Probabilities of happening. Probabilities of happening n number of independent events. N number of independent events. N number of independent events. Then the probability of happening. Then the probability of happening at least At least one of the events. At least one of the events is one minus P1 into 1 minus P2 into 1 minus P3 into so on 1 minus Pn. Okay, 1 minus not happening all gives you the probability of happening at least one of the events. At least one of the events. Is it okay? These are all for only dependent or independent events? Independent events. Let us discuss some of the problems just only related with the independent. Later on, dependent. Okay. Write down. From a deck of 52 playing cards, 52 playing cards, two cards are drawn. Two cards are drawn in succession. Two cards are drawn in succession. In succession means one after another. Okay. In succession. In succession. Then what is the probability? What is the probability that the drawn cards are first a king, and a second queen and second queen. Question is not completed. If I'm giving you the first part of the question, if the first drawn card is replaced second point or second question. If the first card is not replaced, if the card is replaced, second is first one is not replaced. Okay. Now you having 50 playing cards, you know about it. You said all in the class that in the habit of playing cards in your rooms. Say sir, no. That's good. True, accept. That's good. Anyhow, 52 cards are there. How many kings are there? Already I have written on the board, the first class itself. How many? First class or second class? One. Yes. There are 4 kings and 4 queens. Right. Say yes or no? Right. Now, here, the event of drawing and the event of drawing queen, both are independent. It was not mentioned. It will not be mentioned. Even if it is not mentioned, whether they are dependent or independent, you need to identify whether they are dependent or independent. Now you tell me clearly, queen depends on king or not? I am asking you repeatedly, queen depends on king or not? Once again, Queen depends on king or not? Huh? No, no. Who said no? Queen always depends on king. Am I? Yes. Now you are saying that queen depends on king in the history, not in this problem. Okay or not? In history, at the time of what you call kingdoms, or whenever kings rule certain dynasties or certain countries, kingdoms, certain kingdoms, queen always depends on king. Without king, it is possible to survive in the kingdom. Queen depends on king. Therein, history, not problem. In this problem, king card and king card cards are both are independently drawn, and no dependent condition is given this problem. Okay, right now in this problem, drawing king comma queen cards, drawing king comma queen cards are purely independent events, are purely independent. Now, as you said, there are how many kings? Four. And how many queens? Four. How many colors of cards are there? Only. What are those? Black and red. Oh, you know better about it. More experienced than me in playing cards, not in teaching the problems on the cards. Okay? Right. You are having four kings. Now the question is probably drawing king first and queen second. The only simple one, both are independent. Probability of drawing king and queen equals to what now? Probability of drawing king and probability of drawing queen, because both are independent. Okay. Now this is equal to, what is probability of drawing king? There are 52 cards. Choose one. All kings are four. Four, choose one. And multiplication. Again, there are in case of first, if the first card is replaced, out of 52, take out, take replaced. How many cards are available? 52. Again, 51 chosen out of 52. How many queens are there? 4. Out of 4, choose 1. What is answer? 1 by 13 into 1 by 169. Okay. This is for the first case. Write down. If the first card is replaced, the probability of drawing first a king and second a queen is 1 by 169. Is it clear? Yes or no? Right. What is the second guess? Write down. If the first card is not replaced, first card is not replaced, one. There are 52 cards. Choose one. Are 52. How many kings there? And four. Choose one of those four kings. How many queens are there? But whatever the taken card is replaced or not replaced. So how many left? 51. Choose one. How many queens are there? Out of 4, choose one of the queens. What is the answer there? 1 by 13 into 4 by 51. What is the value? Yes, what is the value? There is some serious problem is going or there other than this problem. Yes, Amma? You are struggling with some serious problem. Yes, what is that? Is it clarified? You need some more time to discuss. Okay, that's good. Right, what is the answer? 4 by 6, 6, 3. This is in case of the first taken is not replaced. If the first taken is not replaced, the answer is different. Listen carefully. Whenever the problem is given, number of trials you have to observe. If different trials are coming, you need to verify whether they are dependent or independent events. Okay. Most of the times, you won't be given directly whether they are dependent or independent events. That you have to identify. Okay. So if everything is given, your brain will do. Okay, you have to think about it. Right? So this is about the thing. Is it clear? Everybody have written? All are not responding. Normally, హైవేస్లో ఏమవుతుందో తెలుసా? హైవేస్ నేషనల్ హైవేస్ అని ఉంటారు. హెవీ వెహికల్ డ్రైవర్స్కి పక్కనే పార్క్ పెడతారు. ఎందుకనంటే పక్కనే ఒక బే ఉంటుంది. బే వాళ్ళు డ్రైవర్స్ నైట్ టైం 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock ఏం చేస్తారంటే రెస్ట్ తీసుకోవడానికి పెడతారు. లేకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది అంటే just they will be open their eyes and they used to drive. They are having the practice of sleeping by opening the eyes. And even they'll drive the vehicle. Okay. So most of the people, I think this is from 2 to 4. The you people are just opening the eyes or practicing sleeping. We are doing like that. If it is not, then you respond. She is doing. Oh, you are capable of understanding her habit. So then you're more fortunate. Right. So you are more intelligent than her. That's good. So sometimes ఎప్పుడైనా అటువంటి వాళ్ళు అనిపిస్తే కొంచెం పక్కన వాళ్ళని కొట్టండి. కొట్టడంటే అట్లా. That is too much. Don't do like that. Right. Write the next question. Write the next question. A box contains otherwise you may box A contains box capital A contains 5 white, 5 white, 5 white, 6 black balls. Box B contains 6 white and 5 black balls. 5 black balls. A ball is transferred from box A to box B. A ball is transferred from box A to box B. A ball is transferred from box A to box B. Box A to box B. And then a ball is transferred. A ball is taken. And then a ball is taken from box B. A ball is taken from box B. Then what is the probability? What is the probability that the drawn ball is white? What is the probability that this drawn ball is white? Is white? Is white? Okay. We have two types of balls in box A. We have two types of balls. One is white and another is black. Okay. First thing is transferring a ball from A to B. First, if you transfer a white ball, then what is probability of drawing white? Or black ball is transferred from A to B. What is probability of drawing again white? Whether you transfer white ball or black ball. After the process of transfer, you need to pick a ball from second box. That it must be white. That it must be white. Okay. Here, how many events are there? What are those? One is transferring, second one is picking the ball from second box. Write down here. Here we have two events. Amma, konja sound. Just increase the sound. We have two events. Two events. One is transferring the ball from A to B. Second is drawing a ball from box B. Drawing a ball from box B. Drawing a ball from box B. Here in this problem, do you have any condition that the second event, that means drawing a ball, depends on the first one? Whether white is transferred or black is transferred, you're going to pick a ball from it. That means it must be white. Okay. Now drawing a ball from the second box is not affected by the transferring of ball from A to B. So transferring doesn't affect picking ball from B, or picking ball from is not affected by the transferring procedure. So both are clearly independent. Write down that here. Transferring the ball from A to B doesn't affect drawing the ball from box B. Drawing ball from box B. So both are purely independent events. White ball is transferred. is transferred. One white is transferred and drawing one white from B. Drawing one white from B. Okay. One white is transferred. How many balls are there in A? And out of 11, choose one. Out of 11, choose one. That it must be. It must be white. One white is transferred. How many whites are there? Out of 5, choose one. And makes multiplication. Now, how many boxes have in box B? One white transfer from A to B. So total in B, we have 12 balls. Choose one. Okay. How many balls are there now? One white from A to B. B is having already 6. One more is added. 1 plus 6. How many? Out of 7, choose one. If you are transferring a ball from A to B, then drawing white ball from box B is this one. Transferring and picking ball from second box. Okay, or one white is transferred, picking white from second. If one black is transferred, one black is transferred. And drawing white from B. And drawing one white from B. Tell me correct. One black in A. We have 11. Choose one. Okay. So how many blacks are there? Out of 6, choose one and multiplication. Now how many are available in B? How many are available in B? Totally 12. Out of 12, choose one. How many whites are there? How many whites in B? How many whites? 6 whites. Out of 6, choose one. We have given either one white transferred or one black transferred. R means plus. So you need to write answer as plus this. So what is the answer? 35 by what 11 into 130 plus again 6 into 6. What is the answer? 71 by 20. We are transferring ball from A to B. If A is having 2 times A1, you can transfer. We are saying clearly one ball is transferred. As you are having white and black, if white is transferred, drawing white from second. If black is transferred, what is probability? White from second. Okay. If you think categorically, then you can write the answer very easily. Otherwise, you will get confused and obviously you may write wrong answer. Everybody have copied? Yes, last one. అమ్మా మీ సమస్య ఇంకా పరిష్కారం కాలేదా? Do you need any third party intervention? భారత్ పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్య ట్రంప్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి ఒక సమస్యను పరిష్కరించాడు, అందువల్ల యుద్ధం ఆగిపోయింది. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ నౌ? వాళ్ళ సమస్య కాదు, దిస్ వన్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ ఆర్ నాట్? Say yes or no. Still you are struggling. Okay. Are you comfortable now? Right. Okay, write the next problem. Copy or not? If anyone have not copied, I'll give 1 more minute. Write down the question. The probability of faulty assembly, faulty, faulty, faulty assembly of a computer in a company is given as small p, is given as small p. All the computers that are assembled were subjected to a testing process, were subjected to were subjected to testing process, testing process. Okay, this testing process gives correct result. This testing process gives correct result, correct result with the probability with the probability small q, small q. In this process, a computer is selected at random. A computer is selected at random. Selected at random. What is the probability? What is the probability that it is found to be faulty? What is the probability that it is found to be faulty? It is found to be faulty. Okay. Now you people are doing your graduation. After finishing graduation, after finishing BTech, you might be going to work in some company. Okay. Right. Whatever the company that it is, definitely you will be having this kind of process. After assembling something, there will be testing process. Okay. Normally for your programs, that testing tools, different kinds of testing tools. Whatever the program that you'll write in order to execute it and or in order to give it to the others, before that they will do the testing. And that testing also won't give the correct 100% result. That testing gives correct result only till certain accuracy. ఖచ్చితత్వం అనేది కొంతవరకే ఉంటుంది. It is not 100%. Okay. That testing Listen. Faulty assembly of computer is with probability. Okay. You are assembling a computer, right? We have faulty assembly with what probability? Small p. If fault is there, definitely there will be. Practice now. If fault, definitely there will be. There will be. Non-faulty. Say yes or no. If P is the probability of getting fault assembly, what is non-faulty assembly probability? 1 minus P. Whether faulty or non-faulty, both will be tested. Okay. Faulty will be declared as faulty. With what probability? Q. Testing after selling, you are testing it. So faulty will be declared as faulty with Q probability. Correctly. Faulty will be declared as non-faulty with what probability? 1 minus Q. Again, non-faulty will be declared as non-faulty with what probability? Q. Correct result. Again, it will be declared wrongly with 1 minus Q probability. But as 40. Okay. So here, up to this, we have done the assembling. And next thing is you are doing testing. After the completion of testing, what do you have to do? You need to get either this or this. In this process, after completing the process, a computer is found randomly. What is the probability that it is faulty? You need to get either this faulty or this faulty. How you are getting this one? Tell me now quickly. What is the probability of getting this one? First, P, that is assembling and testing. Assembling and testing. Now you tell me, among assembling and testing, does assembling affects testing or assembling influences testing? టెస్టింగ్ ని అసెంబ్లింగ్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ చేస్తుందా? ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ చేస్తే ఈ టెస్టింగ్ ఎందుకు? ఏమ్మా 10th వాళ్ళు అందరూ పాస్ అయ్యి ఇంటర్మీడియట్కి వస్తారు. ఇంటర్మీడియట్ అందరూ పాస్ అయ్యి దేనికైనా వస్తారు. ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఏంటి? ఇంజనీరింగ్. దేర్ ఆర్ డాక్టర్స్, అగ్రికల్చరల్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకేంటి చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. ఆర్ట్స్, సైన్స్, కంప్యూటర్స్, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు. టెస్టింగ్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ ఎఫెక్టెడ్ బై అసెంబ్లింగ్. Assembling won't influences testing. Okay. So both are clearly independent events. Right on. Here, that means such a condition is not given. In this problem, such a condition is not given. Write down. In this problem, both the events, assembling and testing are purely independent. Independent. Purely independent. Okay. Now you may draw this. You may draw this. You may draw this. So here, listen. Assembling has done. You may get either faulty or non-faulty. After testing, faulty may be again faulty or non-faulty. Non-faulty may be again non-faulty or faulty. So this faulty item, your probability of P and Q. Assembling and testing, P and Q. Or you may get either this or this one or this one. This getting with this 1 minus P into 1 minus Q. So because of plus, so what is answer? What is answer? P into Q plus 1 into 1 minus P into 1 minus Q. You have assembled some computers. P is the probability of faulty. Okay. Tested with Q probability, you are getting correct result. Whenever you are having correct, you have to verify is incorrect. Whenever you are having faulty assembly, you need to write non-faulty also. Be mentioned in the problem. You verify and you need to write the answer. Okay. All these are the previous competitive examination questions. What is the answer? PQ plus 1 minus P into 1 minus Q. Clear? Have you done? Yes or no? Right, next. Box contains. A box contains. Write the next. Two washers. A box contains two washers and three nuts and four bolts. Sometimes also have thinking about other engineering instruments. Not only the computers. What are those? Two washers, three nuts, four bolts. Items are drawn. Items are drawn one at a time without replacement. Items are drawn one at a time without replacement from the box. One without replacement from the box. Then what is the probability? What is the probability that two waters are drawn first? Two washers are drawn first. then 3 nuts, then 3 nuts, and then 4 balls, and then 4 balls. What is the question? Then what is the probability that 2 washers are drawn first? Then 3 nuts, and then 4 balls. Okay. Then what is the probability? That 2 washers first, 3 nuts, and then 4 balls are drawn from the box. Write down, were drawn from the box. Were drawn from the box. Come on, listen. You are having some number of what we call lines in box. One is taken out, one is taken out and not replaced. The order to be followed. What is the order to be is first? Which one is first? Washers. How many are there? Totally. Totally, how many are there? 9. Choose one. Now, first one must be only one. That should be washer. How many washers? Choose one. One choose out of 2 washers and multiplication. How many left? The one which we have taken first or replaced. How many left? Choose one. How many washers left? Only one. Choose one. And how many items left? Choose one. And next sequence. Dinners. Out of 3, choose one. And how many left? 6. Choose one. How many? And how many items? 5. See one. One nut is left and 4 balls are there. Choose one. 3 balls are there. Choose one. 2 balls are there. Choose one. And 1 ball is there. Choose that. That's it. This is sequence of drawing the items one after the other without replacement. Now the required probability is this. Calculate, you will get the answer. Okay. If you are thorough about the concept and you are able to understand the logic, even what in one step only you can write everything. You can write answer without any mistake. Only one step I have written. Okay. No need to write X, Y, Z and so many and all these things. What is given, what you are going to do it, and what type of events they are, then you can write answer easily. Clear? What is the answer? What is the answer? After copying it, you have to do the calculation. And you need to say the answer. What is the answer? No one is saying anything. చెప్పండి. So, 5 into 4 is 27, 140, 140 to 9. 1 by 49, 1 to 6 and then 0. That's the answer. 1 by 1260. Okay. మీ అందరికీ టెండూల్కర్ గురించి బాగా తెలుసు అనుకుంటా. తెలుసా తెలీదా? ఒకసారి ఒక 100 రన్స్ కొట్టేశాడని నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాచ్ ముందు బాగా నిద్రపోతాడా? ఏం చేస్తాడు? ఏం చేస్తాడు? ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తాడు. అవునా కదా? మీరు మాత్రం ఏం చేస్తున్నారు? చక్కగా వినేసి రాస్తే రాస్తున్నారు, లేకపోలేదు. ఎందుకని? ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యు ఆర్ టెండూల్కర్ వాళ్ళ అమ్మమ్మలు. అవునా కదా? వాళ్ళ అమ్మ వాళ్ళ అమ్మలు అంటే ఏంటి? ఆగ్రస్తి చక్కగా రాస్తే రాస్తాం, లేకపోతే వదిలేస్తాం. మన పర్సనల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అంతేనమ్మా? రైట్. ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, 1కి 2 సార్లు, 3 సార్లు, 4 సార్లు, 5 సార్లు. ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ దాదాపుగా కొన్ని వందల బ్యాచ్లు చెప్పుంటా. ఇక్కడ కాదు, లాస్ట్ 20 ఇయర్స్ నుంచి. ఓకే, అంటే మధ్య మధ్యలో కొనస్తూ ఉంటాయి, యాడ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈ సేమ్. మొత్తం ఇండియాలో 16 రాష్ట్రాల్లో 16 రాష్ట్రాల్లో మోర్ దెన్ 15 రెప్యూటెడ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్. ఒక్కొక్క సంవత్సరానికి ఒక 30, 40, 50 బ్యాచ్లు చెప్తా ఉంటాం. అట్లా 27 ఏళ్ళు అంటే కొన్ని వందల సార్లు చెప్పుకుంటాం. అయినా బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద క్లాస్ వీ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఎ గ్లాన్స్ ఆన్ దట్. ఎందుకని? వీ షుడ్ మేక్ ద ఎఫెక్టివ్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. నాకు రావడం కాదు, మీకు అర్థమయ్యే చెప్పాలి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు విధం కాదు, కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేటట్టుగా ఏ చేయగలిగేటట్లు ఉండాలి. దట్స్ వై ప్రాక్టీస్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. అంతేగాని చక్కగా వినేసి కొంతమంది అయితే ప్రశ్న వస్తున్నారు, సమాధానం రాయట్లా. ఇంతకుముందు ఈమెయిల్స్, ఇంటర్నెట్ ఇవేమి లేనప్పుడు ఏముండేవి? ఉత్తరాలు ఉండేవి. ఉత్తరాల్లో ఏమనేవాళ్ళు పెద్దవాళ్ళు? జాబ్ రాసావా అంటారు. అడిగిన దానికి ఏం చేయాలా? జాబు అంటారు. జవాబు కాదు, జాబు. యాక్చువల్లీ దట్ ఈస్ ఆన్సర్. యూ హ్యావ్ గాట్ సమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ సంబడి ఎల్స్, హ్యావ్ యూ ఆన్సర్డ్ దెమ్? అవునా కాదా? మీరు ఆన్సర్ కూడా ఇట్లా ఆన్సర్ ఎవరు రాస్తారు? ఏమా, మీరు పెళ్లి చేసుకున్న తర్వాత మీ స్పౌజ్ రాస్తాడు. అంతేనా? డోంట్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్. యూ సెడ్ ఆల్రెడీ క్వీన్ ఈజ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఆఫ్ king. So to be independent, write your notes, practice yourself, get the logic, and try to get the answers correctly and write the answers correctly in the exam. Okay, that is important. Now I hope that you all have understood it well. Am I right? Right. Next question. Right. A fair coin is tossed. A fair coin is tossed. A fair coin is tossed by capital A and capital B. Capital A, don't write, and comma capital B. Alternately, each every word is very important. Full stop also. Alternately, on the understanding that, on the understanding that, on the understanding that, on understanding that, the one who gets ahead first, the one who gets ahead first, the one who gets ahead first, who gets the head first, wins the game. Wins the game. Wins the game. If capital A has started the game, if capital A has started the game, capital A has started game, capital A has started the game. Find the probability that A wins. Find the probability that capital A wins. Capital A wins. Okay. Now I said clearly in the problem, it is fair coin. Fair or unbiased. What it is containing? One side head, another side tail. Okay. So what is probability of getting head? 1 by 2. What is probability of getting tail? 1 by 2. Good. Okay. Okay. First, now it is about tossing a coin.